This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/Psychetruth.
Hey guys, it's Nico, and today we're going to be doing my full body everyday stretching routine. This is something really awesome to do at any time of the day as a part of your daily routine to make sure that you get better at stretching and have a healthier body. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you haven't already, follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration. So we're gonna start standing and rolling out some of our joints, beginning with the neck. I'm gonna drop my head to one side, and then the back, opposite side, and front. We'll just keep going like this, focusing on relaxing the neck and letting your head do the work of the stretch. And then the other way, going back, and side, and front. One more. Now we're going to start letting our shoulders go and move into a more fluid movement. Letting my shoulders come with it. So my hips are still staying in place, but I'm using some of my spine now. One more. And then we'll switch to go the other way again. And now we'll come to stand straight up and put our shoulders back. And front. It's really important to get all of these joints warmed up before we just start pushing them into the stretches. And then I'll lift my elbows too to get a deeper roll. And opposite way. Nice, guys. I'm gonna widen my feet a little bit more so they're gonna be wider than my hips. And I'm gonna start stretching to the right and left. Kind of bending the knees and letting your rib cage move side to side. And then we're gonna go over and reach. Kind of making a line from your arm all the way down to your leg and feeling it right here in the side of your body. And then we're going to face our chest towards the ground and keep our body on that same plane that it was and reach out in front of us. This is definitely one of the more difficult stretches, and keeping your arms out in front of you adds to the weight that is put onto your leg that is stretching. So if you keep your arms behind you here, it can be a lot easier. Or you can lightly rest your hands on your leg, but always be sure not to put any weight onto your kneecaps. And then relax down. That tabletop is hard and it puts a lot of stress on your hamstrings, so be careful that you are not feeling any pain. So we are going to move from this position into a lunge. My right foot is going to turn out and my left foot is going to come parallel with it, so they're both facing the same way towards this wall. So you can come into a lunge. Some of the things you want to notice in a lunge are that your knee is directly above your heel. If it's coming in front or behind, that's not quite right. We want to keep our weight pretty evenly balanced between both the legs and both the arms, so you don't want to be leaning too far to one side. And then we'll straighten our front leg, and this is definitely more challenging. So for this stretch, if you're unable to straighten your leg all the way, just work on doing it as much as you can, and then going back. And then a little bit straighter, and then back to the lunge. So we'll straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend, straighten. Awesome job, guys. These lunges can get a little bit challenging, but now we're going to set our knee down to take a little bit of a break. And this time we're going to shift our weight onto the leg, the side of the leg that's back. So I'm going to take this other arm and rest it on the knee that's up. And now we're getting more of a deeper stretch into the hips. Deep breaths always while we're stretching. And then we're going to do something similar and straighten again. So our back hip is coming over the knee, right? And the same thing with the lunge with our knee off of the ground. If you're unable to straighten your leg all the way, that's totally fine. You'll just go as far as you can and then back bend. Leaning back and forth, back and forth, back. And this time we're going to sit back on our hips to come here. And my legs are making a 90-degree angle and both of my hips are on the ground. If this is feeling uncomfortable or painful for you, you can also raise your hips by sitting on something. But we're going to lean forward onto this front leg and hold for a few seconds. You can take a deep breath, and then when you let it out, go a little bit farther. And then we're going to move to the inside of our leg. You'll feel a slightly different stretch in different places of your leg when you move the angle. Now we're going to the opposite side, all the way around to twist. And then for this next one, you can stay here in this twist, or you can keep moving back, letting your shoulder come to the ground and feeling a stretch right here in your hip maybe, or in your back. This is a really great one for me personally. It's one of my favorites. But obviously, if you're feeling any pain here, you can stay in that twist. We'll just hang out here for a second. Taking a deep breath, exhaling and relaxing your back. And coming back up to the twist. And then to sit up again. Now we will move on to our stomach from here. So I'm going to swing my legs around and lay with my stomach down. And then to push up, to stretch the back. And back. Opposite way. Now I'm gonna tuck my toes under and start pushing myself back onto them. I'm gonna let my heels touch the ground. My knees are still bent. And then I can slowly start to roll up, straightening my knees and rolling back up. Great job, guys. That was one side. So coming back to the center, we're gonna start it all over again. This time, we're gonna skip the head rolls because we already did those at the beginning, but we are going to keep our legs more than hip width apart and then start reaching from side to side again. So I'm keeping my knees bent. I'm really extending out, letting my rib cage go from side to side. I'm going to bend and reach the opposite way. Feeling a stretch right here in your side. And then we'll come back to flat back. Again, I'm reaching out, but you can keep your arms behind you or on your leg. But the point of this tabletop stretch really is to let the weight of your body do a lot of the work. So if you're holding yourself, make sure you're only doing it lightly. A couple more seconds. This is one of the tough ones. And down. So from here, we're gonna go back into our lunge. I'm turning both feet to face the side wall. They are parallel, and I have equal weight in both hands. Feeling this stretch in the hips and the thighs. And then we'll start to straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Again, if you can't go all the way straight, that's fine. Pushing a little bit further each time. And then we'll put our knee down in the back, and we can push our weight to that knee down side and let my other hand come to rest. Feeling a deeper stretch in the hips now. Next, we're gonna lean back and straighten the front leg again. And back forward. And back. And forward. And back. If you're like me and you started with your better side first, then this is really starting to feel the burn here. Forward and lean back for the last time. We can let our hips come all the way to the ground and my knee scoots out and I'm back in this 90-degree position with my legs. Again, you can be sitting on something here if this is uncomfortable for you, but we are going to lean forward. Remembering to breathe, sending oxygen to the hamstrings. And then we can walk our arms in a little bit to the inside. feel a slightly different stretch. And then we'll come all the way to the outside and twist. So my bottom elbow is on the ground. My top arm is reaching to grab that other wrist. And then from here, again, you can stay right here if this is enough for you. If not, I'm going to fall down onto that shoulder and then the other one and lay here. Feeling the stretch in your thighs and your glutes. Remembering to breathe deeply. And then we'll come back up to twist and push up. And again, I'll swing my legs around to come to my tummy and stretch my back. And let's make our backs do the opposite of that. Go the other way. And then we can roll up. That was awesome, guys. Great job. Thank you for following along with me. I try and make lots of different flexibility tutorials for people of different skill sets. So I would really like to know what you thought about this one. Was it too easy? Was it too difficult? And do you think you're going to be able to do this on a daily basis? I just want to say another big thank you to our patrons. And if you're interested in seeing that exclusive content that we produce for them, you can head over to the link in the description. And thank you guys so much again for following along with me, and I'll see you in the next video.
Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.